working? It looks like it is. Need to share the stream. Russian. Server's been open for a bit. I'm only just back from a football game. Alright. Alright. Oh, funny. But everyone's picked the Puma or Chevette. I've gone with the Passat because I want to be unique. I'm super duper special. Oh! Being crushed. What? I'm not even going to figure out what fuel I need. Could be 17 laps, but probably might be 16. Unless that pace improves. So. Yeah, I figured I didn't want to put up videos of like 30-minute races because I don't think people have the interest in that. So I think streaming them is easier. Didn't want to have to edit it. You're coming across as crackly to me. Yeah. Don't know if that is me though. I'm gonna reload one thing on voice meter. Alright, can you start talking there? Yeah, you're still crackly. It's not too bad.
What about now? Anything?
Keep talking.
1 2 1 2 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10.
Yeah, that sounds better. When I first joined, you were crackly. Then it had stopped, and then it had started again when I said that. And like at first, I thought it was my end, but because you know how voice meter sometimes gets crackles, but I just restart the engine, but the game isn't crackling for me, so it didn't seem like it was my end, is what I felt.
I turned on noise suppression, but Discord's so bloody temperamental. When if I try to listen to my own voice, it starts going haywire. I can't. It cuts out and all sorts. I sound terrible. And I put it onto like listen to my own voice. But people say in Discord it sounds okay, so I'm not too sure what's going on.
Yeah, it's tough to tell when you're listening back on the Discord. I come across as terrible when I use the playback, and I think because of voice meter and the way I reroute things, I have a little delay as well.
Yeah, yeah.
And I think sometimes I talk over people because of that delay, which is a bit like, oh crap. It was just, I think before I had voice meter, when I did the testing on Discord, it seemed I hurt myself a lot, you know, half a second quicker, I felt like. Then, like, I would hear myself instantaneously, whereas now when I test it, it feels like there's like, it might be only like 0.1 seconds, but it's noticeable because we're kind of sensitive to that as humans.
Yeah. It's so weird when you're trying to talk to yourself.
Hey, Mr. Warren.
Froze you off. What you're trying to say?
Yeah. Yeah, sometimes because with voice meter I can like control like, oh, if something plays into my headphones or not. So I always load it up and test with my mic, but sometimes I forget to turn off sending my mic to my headphones. So after a few minutes, then I hear, you know, I start talking to someone, and then I hear myself in my ears, and I'm like, ah! How are you doing, Mr. Warren? I have literally jumped in with no practice. I'm a bit late to the session as well. I am only back from a football match and some McDonald's. So, luckily it was a half an hour practice, so I have a little time. And we were racing these Copa Classics yesterday on Mooney's Discord, so little experience with them, and we didn't do Velo Cittá track, but I do know the layout a little bit. I love the see no monkey signs on the slow down, or on the brake marker distances. Ooh, just installing it. If you're having issues with the force feedback, let me know and I can point you in the direction of the custom ones. Now, I don't mind the default, but I had switched to a custom one, and I really liked it, so I said, I'm not gonna, why bother switching it back? I know you used to find AMS2 a little tough to get to a feeling with. Now, I don't know how much you've driven it since the 1.2 patch, because I think it helped a lot. Give it another go. Yeah, you might as well, sure. If anything, you can do like the odd Centacular or maybe RVR Closet event when we use it, you know, just jump in for fun races at the very least. I've really driven it since the M1. Oh, it's definitely changed a lot since then. I remember because you had a series with the Porsche Cup, but I think you were only around for the first 2 races, and I could only join after the first 2. I remember that car was pretty tricky to drive. I had got a setup from Azaris that helped. It was so unstable under braking. But if you try that Porsche Cup now, it's a lot nicer. The 1.2 patch helped it a lot. It's way more just, it feels nicer to drive because initially I remember driving that Imola and I was like, ooh, this is tough. Yeah, just for fun and banter. But yeah, this is, if you don't know, this is Steelcast series, so, you know, Steelcast, the man who knows pretty much everything about when it comes to AMS2 and making setups and stuff. So it's every Sunday at, well, 8 o'clock our time, the practice session starts up for half an hour, then 15 minutes quali, and then half an hour race. It's with justrace.net, so the links are in the description, which is, it kind of works like SRS basically. You just register to an event and then you can, when the event starts, you know, you launch it from the Just Race thing. You click a button and it launches the game. Very similar to the style of SRS. There's a few on Just Race. If you don't know Just Race, there's actually a few supports a few games. Pretty cool system. I think there's even RF2 on there. I was like, whoa. Should try RF2 a bit. How did you get on in the James Tumulty's race? I haven't got to watch that video yet. Is it worth watching? Is it a good battle you're in? And then I also saw you put up a ranked race room. If I was to pick one of the 2 to watch, which would you recommend I watch first? And then try and get around to the other one if I can. Oh god, that was a craft, yeah. That was canny. What do you mean by canny? Won't be a phrase I'm used to hearing, perhaps, but I'm amazed at low numbers in race room. What time were you on at? On race room? Because they're very busy in the evenings. European time. The mornings maybe not so much. And it depends on maybe which race you did. The races that are 15 minutes long fill up every time from my experience. Ah, bloody hell. I think I'm in one of the weaker Copas too. There's like 4 or 5 different cars to choose from, and everyone has like the Puma or the Chevette, and I was like, no, I'm going different. Oh, Kenny means it was pretty good. It's a Geordie word I picked up. It's 15 minutes, about 5 p.m. Oh. I imagine if you did it at like 7 or 8 p.m. it would have been busier, but I would have thought there would have been a few on at 5, alright. Do you ever see there's a clip on QI on YouTube where it's Phil Jupitus, Stephen Fry and the Geordie accent. It's just look that up. Phil Jupitus, Stephen Fry, QI, Geordie accent. And it's one of the funniest things ever. It's like, phones make a cunny noise. And Stephen Fry gets so confused. If Stephen Fry just can't handle the Geordie accent, he is, and the lexicon. He's just baffled by it. Registered on Just Race, nice. It seems decent. I've only raced here now on Just Race this week and 2 weeks ago.
You have to send me a link to your SimHub.
Oh, the app things, yeah. Yeah, I plan on putting up a video kind of explaining it, because there's a few things I have on it that are kind of particular to my setup.
Yeah. No, I like DDFs, but it's a bit overkill. I just want something like yours, nice and simple.
Yeah, and DDFs is so stylized, like I would feel like I'm kind of stealing it.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
There's Simon, there's a good if you want some more AMS2 races, look up AMS unofficial. They actually do AMS1 too. But it's your man J-Turn who's in this race, kind of has set that up. And he's the guy who runs Just Race as well. So you'll see those events on Just Race, but they also have a Discord. And you can see like upcoming events if you're interested in more AMS2. I'd like to do them more, but don't have time as much. I remember a few weeks ago though, I did what was it like? It was like a 40-minute GT1 race at Spa there, and it was awesome. Loads on DDF. Yeah, no bother. Oh, I'm so far off pace.
Yeah, that was my worry. I don't think you've got time to change if you really want to, but...
No, I'm committed, man.
He might prove a better car over the long stint anyway. Who knows?
Oh, it's 30 minutes plus 1 lap. That's going to catch me out.
How much fuel did you say for the race?
Well,
How many laps,
it's
sorry?
an extra lap now, so I would put in 18 laps worth of fuel.
18, okay.
It's
I'll go
probably going to be
19,
17
sorry.
laps, but I would put in 18.
Yeah, because we're different cars, I'll probably go 19 to 20 just to save. I don't think fuel's going to make that much difference.
Oh no, like I calculated off the pace, like at 1:52, or at one
All right,
like a
okay.
1 minute 50 pace, it's like, or at 1 minute 52 pace, it's like 16.06 laps. So it's most like, and then +1 makes that 17.06 laps. So it's most likely going to be 17 laps, but I'm putting in, you know, I'm just making sure it's 18 laps.
Yeah, okay.
Now these cars are pretty efficient on fuel anyway, so like 16 liters does 18 laps, 17, 19 laps, so even like just going to 18 liters, so 2 liters extra is, you know, 20 laps guaranteed for my car anyway. I forgot to record the bloody Monza race today, or even save the replay. I'm really sick of it.
Oh no.
I'm thinking
I think I delete the replay earlier. I would have sent you the link.
Yeah, I'm thinking of doing it again anyway against some AI cars and just making it a kind of a highlight video or something, you know, just play around with, you know,
Yeah.
a montage, make a couple minute long video just as showcase style. So I'd like to do a few of them. Hey Cheese, you really should.
We got another AMS2 is dying video.
Oh, I saw that, yeah. Look, it might be true, but I bloody hate that type of titles.
Yeah, it's clickbait.
But I've gone completely off that type of content since joining our Discord groups. Like, I pretty much just watch e-guys racing, and then I'll just watch non-sim racing stuff on YouTube.
I wouldn't watch it either. It's just like they keep on linking it in Stillcast bloody Discord.
I know, they're obsessed
Even
with
though
it.
they say,
Yeah.
oh, we don't want to watch this stuff, they still link their freaking stuff.
Oh yeah. But then I love waiting for them to link the stuff so I can read their reactions and get my popcorn out. So I'm kind of bad in that way as well. Like, I don't contribute to the discussion, but I'm also like waiting there, like hoping one of them freaks out so I can laugh. I'm off. It's like buying those celebrity gossip magazines, like. This track is good with these cars. It was not a good track for that Omega stock car, 99.
No, not at all. I'm not a massive fan of this track, if I'm honest. But
It's okay, yeah.
it does suit these cars though.
It's definitely one of the weaker Brazilian ones, I find. But in these cars it's decent. In the Omega stock car cannot handle like tight hairpins. And this track is just full of tight turns. You have to join Just Race, maybe move your racing to the evenings. Nice to see Laz out there as well. Yeah, join Just Race, man. It's like SRS basically. That's how you sign up. You see the AMS unofficial races there, and if you're not in that Discord, I recommend joining it just to see some more AMS 2 races and even AMS 1. they were actually racing that late 50s F1 mod the last day, and I was like, man, I wish I knew more on AMS1, so I would be more inclined to just jump in. But I haven't played that game in so long, and I never really got to grips with it. I didn't put enough time in.
Keep forgetting the cars go just in qualified, so I'm giving people room to get past me. I don't need to.
Yeah, it's so weird. I know Donk is sounding a bit crackly. We've mentioned it. We're not sure what's causing it. Don't know if it's my end receiving Discord or in his end pushing out Discord. It could be either. But it seems to come and go. I'm the only one. Everyone's in either the Chevette or the Puma, and I went with the, I can't remember what it's called. The Passat, because I wanted to be different, and it seems like I'm a few seconds slower because of it, which is a pity. But I can't use that as an excuse. The craftsman never blames his tools. Oh, was James crackly the other night too? Huh. He had huge PC issues though. He actually ended up crashing out. His computer crashed out during that race. And then on Thursday we were doing some ranked race room with him. And his computer crashed at one point. Oh yeah, if you're interested, Simon, and even Cheese as well, James Tumulty streams ranked race room on like Thursday evenings, and Donk is often joins him. I've joined twice. You're welcome to join in if you want. We be on the voice chat on his Discord. I did a hot lap. Jack is Stark, it's epic around there. Oh yeah. Yeah, I didn't try the Chevette the last day. I tried the Puma at Long Beach in that final race. I'm pretty sure I tried it there. And it felt cool. These cars at Long Beach was actually pretty fun. Yeah, I do. But take your time with it as well, like if you're not in the form as well, like don't overly push yourself. Like with the James ones, I've actually kind of logged out early on those Thursdays, generally due to I'm often tired on those Thursdays, so I do like the first race or two, and then I'm like, I'm done for the evening, guys. And I was a bit jealous, but I was doing well in the week. Yeah, that sucks. I hope you're feeling better. You were racing yesterday with us, so I assume you felt a bit better? And those Genettas were fun to drive. I am so slow. 11. How far off I am? Oh, 3 seconds off. I don't think that is purely pace. That might be car and setup, possibly. And then a bit of pace as well. I'd say I could be up to 1.5 seconds off pace. Maybe even 2. Oh, it looks like I see J-Turn wrote in the Discord that the ghosted cars wasn't meant to happen.
Oh, okay.
Thinks it might be poor connection related. Maybe if the server thinks your connection's out of sync or something, it goes. So anyone have any ideas? Although I've seen like AMS2 goes for qualifying and not for races, so. Front tires might be a bit dead. I should. I'm feeling better. Nice. You done any archery lately? Jeez. One of the guys, your man Alex Life, who I do some of the endurance racing with, he does some archery, and he posted a picture of him doing like some longbow action. The last day is pretty cool looking. It says something like 48 pounds, the strength of them, and then said back in medieval times the bows were like 50 to 100 pounds or 90 pounds strength, I think. It's just it's on, if you're registered on Just Race, you'll see it, Mr. Watton, when there's a button that launches it. It's lightning, but it's spelled Lightening. Get in quick though, because if you're going to join in, because I think you can't join in mid-race in AMS2, so you've like 2 minutes to get in. I think the last minute of quali, it doesn't let anyone join in. No, longbows are crazy hard to pull. I'm just going to be cruising around for this half an hour, like. Wrecked myself. I had a match just before this. We won 3-1, so be happy. This is so last minute. Seems like the Chevette is a good option, Mr. Watton. Decent speed and pretty stable is what I've heard. It's like a half an hour race, and I'm predicting it's probably going to be 17 laps, but maybe put in 18 laps of fuel just to be sure. Oh, hello, Plank. Found it. Got to shoot a proper longbow on Sunday. Oh, do you do archery as well? Amazing for the bow bar was 42 pounds drawer. Oh no, oh you're writing what Alex had wrote, I'm guessing, from our Discord group. Joined in with the Puma. Oh no, the Puma's good as well. The Puma or Chevette were the two options, it seems. 42 as well. Oh, that was Alex's chat, yeah. I realized that after a few seconds. Yeah, imagine doing all that and then doing sim racing afterwards. Your arms would be wrecked. It's the thing about football, like my arms don't get wrecked from it. Only my legs, and in racing I'm kind of keeping my legs pretty still. It's just moving the feet up and down. So it's not too stressful. And I have my pedals set up really nicely by this stage. They're angled very nice for me. I used to have them where I had to extend my ankle a bit too far, and I was overextending and it hurt, but I've kind of pointed them more towards me and reduced the throw of the... I'm just gonna go back in. Reduce the throw of the throttle, which helped. Your nose. I was like, it's fine. I put on a new plaster just for the game, just to keep the stereo strip thing underneath in place. But the cut is still like wet. I actually only saw it today for the first time. The cut. I hadn't gotten to see it before. But I'm probably going to rip off the plaster after this so I can get some air at it, because I don't have a game tomorrow and I'm only coaching on Tuesday, so. Great rest. Need to eat. Alright. No worries. Thank you. Oh, 20 years since you shot, yeah. I haven't shot a bow since I was like 12. Oh, someone joined with the goal as well. They're ahead of me. Oh, I have no excuses why I'm so slow now. A bad driver. I don't think... No. I don't want to lengthen anything.
Alright, well, good luck, dude.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah, good luck. Yeah, I still don't get the thumbs up now with this new...
I think it says finished when you've clicked drive. Although we're still not clicking over, so God knows.
I think I'm noticing a
It's
bug
gonna
now
work.
where the chat kind of, if there's X number of people in the chat, it repeats that thing X number of times in the race setting. Because this happened earlier when we were racing, and when there was like 3 of us or 4 of us, it would repeat it 4 times.
Yeah, it's happened to me.
Like, are you noticing, like, you just wrote good luck and is it coming up a million times, like?
Yeah. Good luck.
Good luck. Oh, terrible I lifted the clutch up too quick again.
Got a drive for anything?
Oh no, I just, I lifted it up too quick so the car bogged. My goal is to beat Minator there in that yellow car, because he's the only other car not in a Chevette or Puma. Mooney has me saying Puma now, like a yank. Ugh. I need to say Puma, man. Like P-U. Puma. Yep, exactly. Puma, man. I need to let these yanks infect my accent. I'll be saying all y'all soon enough. And referring to this season as the fall. Ugh. Hello, Pollen Blast. Thank you for the luck. I'll need it because I'm in a slow car. It was only like 11th in qualifying out of 13. But I'm just having fun. These Copa Classics are nice and slow and fun. It might be a goal of not getting lapped as well, although I can't guarantee that. Oh, look at the cones! They're flying! Trouble. Dog up there. He must be way ahead. Ooh, I'm getting loose. Hello, David. Good stream so far. Thank you. Thank you. Glad you're enjoying. I'm gonna try and stream these Steelcast races when I'm around. I hope to be around for next week's race. 10 km at 10 km Monza layout. Whoa, I think it's the Formula Vintage. Oh man, I love that type of stuff. J-turn on my inside. The lovely Puma livery there, look at that. Martini style. Such a classic look. Where are you coming, Donk?
5th at the moment.
Oh damn, well done. Where did you qualify? Sansies.
6. I'm now 6.
Oh, sorry for distracting you. Ooh! Oh, there was a car on its roof at that tight left-hander near the end, and
yeah, it's right behind me that happened. I saw it.
Yeah, one of the guys in front managed to hit him to flip him back over. Hello, Izzy. Uh-oh. The madman is in my chat. Mr. Conspiracy Theories. Jeremy Kyle wannabe.
Oh, is he?
Yep. I mean, how are you?
I said low.
Yeah, I think he can hear you. Donk says hello, Izzy. How's life treating me? That's pretty good. Had a football match just before this, 1-3-1. So, can't complain. Had a McDonald's afterwards to celebrate. Have you know that Donk subscribes to the theories? I know. Donk just loves the drama. Oh, Izzy said hello, Donge, and then corrected it to Donk. I think J is beside K on the keyboard.
No talking. Too much going on.
My rival's still in front of me. The only other non-Puma and Chevette car.
I was joking, you can talk really. How's the car?
Oh, it's alright. I'm right behind my rival still. Filgeminator.
Flagminator.
Oh, is that what is it? Plague-minator. Ah, yeah. He's the only other non-Chevette and Puma, so he's my rival. Don't spin in top 5, huh? We'll see. The guys behind will catch up. Yeah, these cars are fun to drive, Justin. Like this track, for those that don't know, in Mooney GT's championship, 2 championships ago now, we used the 1999 Omega stock car, and we raced them here, and that car is really nice on like long sweeping turns. But when we raced it here for one race, it was not good because it can't handle the tight hairpins.
I don't want reading your chat when I'm trying to race.
Oh, you're reading my chat. Good idea. Helps you crash. But these cars now much more suited to a track like this compared to that Omega stock car, so I'm loving this. Crash to your rifle just like James would. Well, I can't even get close enough to crash.
It won't surprise me my tires go off quite quickly.
Like he kills Donk. Yeah, he bloody murders Donk. Poor Donk. Gets tumulted a lot. James loves to put a donk on it, or bonk the donk. Isn't the Puma the car Muhammad Ali invested in? Is it? I have no idea about that.
I was looking at the Just Race roster today. I might have to get involved in some of the more race than Just Race. They do R Factor and all sorts.
Yeah, I've seen that.
R Factor.
Yeah, and the AMS
one as well.
Yeah, the AMS unofficial stuff looks good. I really enjoyed the time I did the GT1 race at Spa with them. Yeah, Omega stock car was great around Brasilia. It was brilliant around Jacarapagua as well. Really liked it there. But on this track, like I won the race at this track, I remember. But my god, that hairpin was like so scary. I remember Mooney spun on it once. I remember practicing just before the race, and I spun a few times on the hairpin, so I made a really... And I remember Steelcast had a look at my setup and he thought it was pretty funky. I made it incredibly understeery because I just did not want to spin on the hairpins and slow corners. And I just said, yeah, it's not designed for speed at all, my setup. It was just designed to not spin in a 20-minute race. I wouldn't recommend using it for other tracks. Because, like, I just... What was it? I stiffened the... the front ARB a load. And kept the rear soft. Nah. Oh, you believe so? That's cool. Might look that up afterwards. It's a site one of the guys I'm friendly with, Oz, from Mooney's Discord and like Steelcast Discord. He made a site called Unofficial Cars of AMS2. Or the cars of the unofficial site for looking up information of cars on AMS2. And I might mention that to him. One Brasilia after you got... Oh, yeah, the car was rolling at the start because I had it in gear and there was a slope or something. And I didn't get on the brake quick enough. But it was quick there, so you were gutted because you wanted to race. Sometimes you just have to take the wins when you get them. Yeah, and there was a huge pile-up. Frosty had clipped like the inside curb on T1 and just lost control, and it caused a huge pile-up. And me and you were the only ones not to get involved in that. So it meant when I did the drive-through, I wasn't actually too far behind everyone. So I got to catch up. I think I ended up getting like 3rd or 4th in that race. It was a really nice recovery run. Oh man, the fronts are going. How are your front tires doing?
Not too bad, not too bad.
They're a bit down on my end, so it'd be interesting the second half of this race.
A little bit worn, but...
I'm not going to do a Hamilton and pit when there's only a few laps remaining today. Did you watch the F1 race?
I did, and I meant to go into that Discord and watch it again, but I forgot.
Wait, what do you mean go into the Discord and watch it again?
There's a Discord that streams it. I'm not going to say what it is in case they...
oh, yeah. Yeah, don't.
But yeah, there's a Discord that streams it.
It was an interesting race.
It's Turkey, wasn't it?
Yeah. So if James is... Oh my gosh. Donk is the Don. So he is the godfather of everyone. Just remove the K, Izzy. He is the Don. I mean, he's like 6'5". Like, are you gonna argue with someone like that big? It's got to be the Don. So he's your godfather too. How'd you like them apples? Going around the outside of Flakeometer. Ah. There, J-Turn's also here. Don Donk. I mean, it's why his avatar has a gorilla. Like they're the dons of the ape world, let's say. Only 3 inches shorter. Argue with. I know. You're tall enough then. I'm like 5'10", 5'10" and a half maybe. So nothing spectacular. A good few of my friends from school were like taller than me. But then I was taller than a lot of my brother's friends at school, and he was the year ahead of me. So it was kind of funny. Although a few of my brother's friends were really tall as well. So I always felt small in school. But I'm not that small. I'm like average, basically. But I've always considered myself slightly smaller than average. But I was always decent in the air in football, actually. Kind of knew when to time, and I had a really good jump as a kid. I had worked on a load at like 14. I remember I improved, like over a few months I improved my vertical jump from like 45 centimeters to like nearly 70 centimeters. And this was something that like you tied it around your stomach, so you couldn't cheat it by lifting your legs or anything. It purely measured pure vertical jump, and a few months of plyometric training, like I had upped it like that much. And I could really feel it when I was jumping for things. Like I felt I was getting more air time. It freaked me out once or twice because I was like, why haven't I fallen yet? I don't think he's talking about his height, by the way. Alright. It's like the South Park episode when Cartman is going online to find some adult friends who are mature. And someone writes into him in the chat room like, I am 8.5 inches. And Cartman goes, sorry, but I don't want to be friends with midgets. I love South Park, it's so bold. Ah, J-Turn's really getting away from me with that Puma now. Maybe his tires aren't wearing out as much. I like the badges in NASCAR outside. I'm gonna hit the gas pedal and turn some left a bit. Screw you, Danica Patrick. I'm much poorer and stupider than you. What's so funny of that was it wasn't really a criticism of NASCAR and its fans being poor and stupid. It was more a criticism of people who don't have a clue about NASCAR, assuming that NASCAR is just full of poor and stupid people. And that's what I like about South Park. Like, if you only look at it skin deep, like, a lot of people don't understand what, you know, who get angered by South Park, let's say. They actually don't realize what that show mocks. Fuck is up with that? Like, for me, that episode definitely mocked the people who think badly of NASCAR more than it actually mocked NASCAR itself. I love the South Park movie as well. Like, it's one of my favorite movies of all time. I just love the songs in it. Like, some of them are amazing. Like, and even the less famous ones. I love the one like the Devil's song when he's singing about up there on Earth. I just when used every day. Oh, it's so mean. I still like even the most modern episodes. Even though they mightn't be as funny as older ones, I still find them good enough for a good few laughs. And not like the season, let's say the most recent season only had 2 like long episodes, so I don't really count that as a season. But the one before that, I'm talking about, they had some really good episodes. Like the episode 1 for the ladies. If you've never seen it, you should look it up. Like that is pure classic South Park. Like when it's talking about them dastardly ladies. Or there was other good ones, like when Scott Malkinson had the crush. It was so funny. And his dad was like was a cable guy, and it just ridiculed how slow they are to do things. Like the Brian Botana song. What will Brian Botana do? Do 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 do. Yeah, it's so good. All the songs in that movie are absolute bangers, I find. Mr. Hogan catching up on me. I can be able to hold him off. But I think South Park is, like, considering how long it's been going on for, it's incredible that they've kept it going, like, and the standard has still been, like, so high. Because, you know, like, I mean, The Simpsons, the first few seasons are god tier. But, like, modern Simpsons, like, I've seen a few episodes and, my god, is it a shell of itself. At least with South Park, like, you can still see that DNA is still in it. And even if you don't like the more modern episodes as much, you can still, like, see there's still that DNA in it, because the 2 main guys, Matt Stone and Trey Parker, are still the main guys. Absolute bangers, just like these cars. Yep. He's having a look, putting me off. Have to maybe defend it a little bit. For T1 next time. Mark kind of putting himself like that now, because they'll have me on edge next time. And he might take the outer line. I'm still in 6th. I'm doing alright, getting up to 8. Fastest non-Chevette or Puma. The dream. Getting away from Playminator a good bit now. I don't know if he's having a good time with the worn fronts. My right hamstring is starting to get sore. I'd say if I bend my legs, I'm gonna get a cramp. Gonna have to defend. Keep it tight. Keep it there. Do you drive in real life? Oh, he's spun! Oh yeah, like I have a license. You know, I drive A to B. You know, I've never been on a racetrack though. Or I've never even done go-karts. But like I drive, you know, regular car on the road, yeah. I've had a license for a few years. I'm slow enough getting it. I only got my license when I was like 22. I started in the summer between 3rd year and 4th year of university. You know, doing lessons then left it off the 4th year, and then that summer afterwards I got it all done. I drive a 04 Toyota Corolla. It's so old that it's still, like on the speedometer, it has both imperial and metric units, where the imperial are the bigger numbers, like the main ones, because the Republic of Ireland, I think it was about when I was like 8, had switched to metric. So even though that car came out a bit later, I think whatever the production line, they still had kept imperial units on it. I don't know. Maybe it was just because the car was made in England, so not bad, not bad. At one point, to be honest, man, I'm actually really bad when it comes to regular cars about knowing it. I'm like a person who's not into cars, so all I can tell you, it's a red one. That's about it. Like, for me, I don't get interested in that because, well, it was my parents' car, and then also just like to, I'll drive cars, but I don't even, especially just regular cars, I don't really care what's in them. I definitely look at them as more functional than anything. Maybe when I get my own car, buy my own car, when I get a job and start working, that I'll, because I'll have to look up the car, I'll get more invested in that stuff. To and from fighting, so I got plenty of time to spicy. Oh, is there? Oh, like, are you talking about J-turn and dunk, or P1 and P2? Kind of sicking Mr. Hogan spun it there, so I was hoping to keep ahead of him and then keep a good battle going. So you don't want to do a case study making it more aerodynamic? No. Ooh. Regular cars, actually, because they've like no downforce producing components, so because let's say the top of them is curved and the bottom of them is flat relatively, that actually means they produce lift, they don't produce downforce. And that's why regular cars, like when you get up to high speeds on the motorway, they get loose. It's because they're actually starting to lift off the ground a bit more. There's more force pushing up, rather than, you know, like an F1 car where they have components on it to produce downforce, so it pushes down. Oh no, Donk! What happened?
Spun.
Pity. It's an Avensis, not a Corolla. Yeah, I'll just have to go Need for Speed Underground 2 style. Just add a load of aftermarket spoilers and roof scoops and hoods and stuff to get the downforce. Put in my own, get a hammer out and bash the underside at the rear up a bit to make a diffuser. Influence footwork, hill climb cloud. I saw on YouTube there was, I only watched a few minutes, but somewhere was doing a hill climb event today. It's pretty cool. Try and watch that stuff more. Those cars go fast, man. And they produce a lot of downforce, those cars. They're really aerodynamically efficient, some of them. Don't forget the... Oh, I didn't forget about that diffuser, man. I'll get the hammer out and hammer up the floor at the rear just to get that diffuser going. Even though it'd be shocking. because so much air will be getting in from the sides anyway, under the floor. Because there's no... I'd have to put on skirts to seal it up, is what I'd have to do. Maybe try and lower the car as much as I can to get... Won't get ground effect close, but it will help a bit. Oh, we might be... Time is 0, so we plus 1 lap on this. Oh, J-turn, he's bottled it! Let's go! Top 6 with a dream! Best thing is a lot of them use Judd V8s and V10s, so they sound great, yeah. I remember when I was in university, there was a guy who came to guest lecture, a guy called Willem Toad, and he was a head of aerodynamics at like Sauber back in the day, and I think he would have worked with a few teams. Like he was a top tier aerodynamics guy. And he showed us a hill climb car he had designed, and it was so aerodynamically efficient, like, because he could do a lot of things that they're not allowed to do in F1 as well, because there weren't rules against it, kind of, some designs. Oh, what is going on? Was the race complete? Woo! Hadn't noticed. It's the +1. Oh, my hamstring. 6. I'm really happy with that. Where's my no handbrake? Can't do donuts. Alright. Going to reverse. Why is my reverse gear not working? Yes. This is how you do donuts. When you're in front wheel, I think this car is a front wheel drive, so you have to go into reverse to do donuts. I think that was more, AMS2 sometimes does that when someone disconnects. It used to happen, I remember, when I first got it back into AMS2 at like December, January, a few months ago. Like there would be ghosted artifacts like that when someone disconnected. Doesn't happen as commonly now, but still happens a little bit. Congrats to Racilla. Hurricane. Yeah, 154, that wasn't too bad actually. I do think I was at a bit of a disadvantage. Be interesting. Oh, J-turn, I saw in the Discord he ran out in last lap. Yeah, Don got the holy 7th. He's blessed. I don't have the... Oh, did you hit someone? Ooh. If you join Steelcast Discord, Simon, there's a section there for the Steelcast Racing League. Maybe throw in a sorry there. That was tough. Yeah, it's a tough enough track. I'm actually curious. I want to go into like the Chevette. Copa Classic. No, not that one. Go into the Chevette. Dry. Not real weather. Go heavy rubber. The Velo Cittá. How do you pronounce that? Velo Cittá? Velo Citá? I don't know how it would be. No. Well, yeah. Yeah, it didn't turn sharply there. Fortunately, I minimized a bunch of things. Do a 24 hours of altos. What the hell should do a 24 hours of altos, but it's just 1 hour? What the hell is that? Altos. Sounds like something I should know. Hey Laz, well done. You're one spot ahead of me, I think. And Donk, you're meant to educate me about the altos. Izzy said he should do a 24 hours of altos, but it's just 1 hour, and I have no idea what he's talking about. I don't know if Donk's still there. Alright, let's try out the Chevette. We'll put in a bit more fuel.
Yeah, I'm still there, mate. I was just chatting in Discord. Yeah, the Alto. I think Izzy's doing going to start a racing series with the Altos. Pretty good fun.
Oh, is that on GM's Discord?
Well, I don't know whether he's going to put it. I think I'm going to call it Izzy as she, but wherever they're going to put it, I don't know. Probably GM's, I'd imagine.
Yeah, I've been to a couple of times in the corkscrew bit. Did well in the pass out. Yeah, I was happy. I think it might be slightly slower, so I'm going to test it out. I don't know how much slower though, it's hard to tell. Like, I probably was off pace a bit. Like, in qualifying I was really off pace, but then I was only like 2 seconds off pace.
You'd be much better in the Chevette, I bet, yeah.
With the PB in the race.
Third gear was so slow though, it kept chugging me.
Yeah, I kept going down to second even though it was really high revs. I was just like, this car, the gears are so far spaced out that you just have to kind of put up with it. Oh, that was the good look at the start. Yeah, I picked the car. I saw, because I joined late, I saw everyone was in the Puma and Chevette, and I was like, screw that, I'm going unique. We raced these yesterday with on Mooney GT's Discord, and we had kind of noticed that the Chevette was pretty good. And I think when people picked the Puma, we did that at Monza Classic, or Monza Junior 71, so it actually wasn't as good there. But Oz had thought like it would be good at a track like Donington National, so it was no surprise to see it do well here. Where was James? Yeah, we did it before it got too lazy. Yeah, right. Stunning. It's an ultimate rig. I may have driven that once. Now that I'm thinking of it. I'll try it out after this lap. I'll give it a quick spin. Is it a Tunioni Unique Smigari? Yeah. I just like giving, you know, if it's a big group, especially for stuff I find more fun. If it was a very competitive endurance race now, I might be like, let's not screw ourselves over too much. But certainly for the...
It would be a good car to race, actually. It's not too much horsepower. Slow cars tend to produce good close racing.
Oh, I'm definitely thinking of a different car then.
Izzy, if you do the league, can you please take out the freaking penalties? Grid penalties.
It's an AC mod.
I want it slow down, taken out if that's possible.
Send it to me there. You mightn't be able to send it in this chat. Send it to me on Discord, and I'll try and download it. I have links blocked for comments on my videos. I got hit by a spam bot once, so I said, blocking all links. So I think that applies to YouTube chat as well, which is unfortunate.
Awesome. All right, Donny, I'm going to shoot off, but I can chat to you in your stream for a bit.
Yeah, perfect. That was fun though. Yeah, thanks for joining.
Take care.
You disable penalties on your server. Oh, is that so you can jump the start and get away with it? It's like, I'm thinking of, you know, the movie The Dictator? With your man Sacha Baron Cohen? he goes before everyone else. That's how I'm thinking Izzy does it. What was that? 156. Maybe I am just slow. Although it's hard to tell, the settings aren't the same. I think I put on heavy rubber. There is a bit of fuel in the car, but it's not. 9 litres compared to 2 litres ain't going to weigh the car down too much. Ah, I see he's in the steel class thing. Mr. Wallen, nice one. Yeah, I probably should practice for it. Let's see. Might only be just beforehand. At least there's half an hour practice beforehand. If you go on to Steelcast YouTube videos, you should see one of his recent ones is I'm pretty sure it's a setup for that car at the Monza 10K. So, you know, you'll have the setup there, or you might be able to grab it from the time trial leaderboards on AMS2. I'm sure it's like a good one for a race. Okay, you sent the race department link to me. Cool. Alright, I'm not that much quicker. I know I was up a second and I lost some time there, but I'm not too much quicker in this car. So maybe I was just slow. Hard to tell. Settings are a bit different. Hey. Thanks. Sorry, my brother was saying something to me. More lap. Losing. It's hard to tell what gear to be in there. A bit easier to tell with the Passat. Oh, Highlands short. Highlands is a track I've barely driven in. We did it once in an RVR closet race. Donk was really good there. And I remember I had joined a GM lobby once, where we did Highlands short with the Toyota Celica. And it was fun, but some people would try and, because damage was off, was wall ride one or two of the corners, because you could do it if you hit it right, but you would absolutely bin it if you do it wrong. And it was a bit annoying with those people doing it, because they would come off the exit from it like in wild manners and could crash into someone else. There's some terrible lines there. Alright, a little bit quicker. That was your silver. What did I hit there? Potential 153. I hit a 154.5 there, so probably could go a bit quicker, so yeah. So maybe it was a bit on me just being slow, but I probably am quicker in this car. Oh, I didn't save the replay either. Dang. I would have sent it to you otherwise. I live with someone? Yeah, my family. My brother's just back. He's just come home from, lives in Cork at the moment. That was your server. Oh, was it? Chili Dogs was boring service. Give me a sec. Download. You should find it in. I'll show myself. You go to Documents, AMS2, Save Game, whatever numbers you have, Automobilista 2, and Media. Find it. Yeah, Laws, a replay of that race. Oh yeah, Laws is always good for saving replays, I remember that. Racing the Shelby Cobra at Goodwood tomorrow on SRS. That should be spicy. If you don't know, at Goodwood, the grid slots are like, the cars are right on top of each other. So the start is going to be messy. Do Alto at Brands Hatch or something. Okay. You normally don't install mods this way. I do it more manually. Because then I can install. Oh, they've added this install as mod as well. So I put it in the mods folder. Because I kind of like to do it a bit manually. So I can control what's in it and not in it. And kind of control which ones get overwritten and in what style I want. Very particular. GM Arson into the race. Pest down. You do, irrespective of whether he does or not. You try that GT Legends for a hot night. Yeah, I can't wait to. Your man Baza makes great stuff. All those GT Legends packs, all of them. The GPL, the Trans Am ones, all of them they're so good. I remember when we raced them. What was it? Was it the GT Classics? But are they the 70s cars? Remember when we raced them a few months ago, and that was so much fun. Remember the race at Alton Park being good? Was it AC Legends? Yeah, it was the AC Legends one, wasn't it? Where we drove the GT cars from this pack. Yeah, because I think I remember driving this Ferrari then at Okayama. A lot on AC. That's wrong. All right, see you, Mr. Watton. Thanks for joining in. It's fun to see you. Yeah, there's some good stuff there. Just Race, it seems quite like SRS, so fun in that regards. Solved. So, where is the Alto? Is it actually a brand called Alto? Oh, it's a Suzuki. Ah. Which one should I drive? Which of these fine cars should I drive? How many mods? I have loads, man. So many mods. It's because I used to just play Assetto Corsa, so I would like download everything from Race Department. Because I'm a hoarder that way. Like I'll download everything, and I'll say, oh, I might drive that in a few weeks' time or whatever. I've lost that bandage a bit. Replaced it with a new one. It's no longer the huge white stripe over my nose. How are you, pet? No, they all drive the same. Okay. I'll show it's white. Yeah. Ooh. I do like how though there's different bumper kits. And we'll go with this one. Homework and put in a practice, yeah. I like kind of practicing. I haven't done it on AC, but I like on other games doing a practice session and having some cars on the track. So it's a good way of gauging how to get around. I'll go Highland short, will I? I have loads of track mods as well. So many. Brands short. Brands Indy. Okay, I'll go Brands Indy. Oh, Highland shorts Oscar. Ah well, I'll switch to Brands Indy. Oh yeah, there's. Oh, it's huge. I can look it up. I want to say it's like something like 400 gigs or something. That's why I keep it on a hard drive. I don't keep it on I don't keep it on an SSD. I have the thing calculate now. I've looked up properties and it takes ages to figure it out. So, oh wait, remember I once had it? Yeah, and I like keep the zip files and stuff. And because of the way I do the mod thing, it doubles up all the stuff. So I could make my installation folder a lot smaller. I'm pretty sure, but I like also being able to enable and disable them, keep track of what I have, which was pretty big on your old PC. Yeah, I could get rid of a load of it, but I like having it there. Sometimes I do load it up and just say, oh, I've never driven that, might as well. And I'm not too particular about load times in sim games. Because once it loads up, like you're playing for a good while. Ah, shit. Loaded it up again, but I won't click out this time. Too easy to get carried away when content. Yeah. I would just go on Race Department one day and just download, click next page, download. I used to go on like every day and just download whatever was new and install it and say, I might drive this or I might not, but it's good to have it. It was only if it was like something I knew I would never drive, I wouldn't download it. Yeah, I'm the same. I put R Factor 2. They're the two games I have on the hard drive because of just the size. Like Dirt Rally 2 could nearly go on the hard drive because it's 100 gigs, but at least I know it's going to stay at 100. I have a 1 terabyte NVMe, but it's just not big enough for. I like to keep loads of games installed on my thing on that one. I've gotten a bit better at kind of deleting off games I'm not playing and stuff, but I still have quite a few games installed on my PC. What I've gotten better though is like if I'm not playing them, I'll put them onto the hard drive and I'll only load onto my solid state drive the games I'm currently playing. So I think I still need to switch because I've been playing the Halo Master Chief Collection. I think I actually still have that on the hard drive, so I should swap it to an SSD. Terabyte Sabrent Rocket Drive, yeah. Do I Sabrent? I think I got a Sabrent as well. Can't remember what I got. If I didn't get the Sabrent, I was really close to getting the Sabrent. You only have 1 terabyte SSD, so you have to be careful when you put it on. I would like something bigger. I would like another SSD, something bigger, but I do want to keep my hard drive. It's handy for just regular stuff. My hard drive is like a 4 terabyte one, so it's pretty huge. Like I keep all my YouTube videos onto that. Like I recorded and saved them on an SSD, and then once I've rendered them with Shotcut, once I export that video then onto the hard drive. Frame rate's a bit low. My frame rate's really low. 40s. What is going on? Up to 60. There it is. Alright. Oh, these would be bumper car dodgem style. Oh yeah, it just took a while to load. Oh, there is no force feedback in this. I'll go up. I am feeling nothing. I'm feeling a bit more there. Jesus, these have no force feedback. Now my AC force feedback's quite a bit weaker than AMS2, so I have to get used to it again. There's nothing, I barely feel anything. I'm feeling a bit of the road in them now. Like I can feel the bumps if I go over a curb or something. Yeah, I can feel that. I can feel like the bumps and stuff, but I'm not getting anything on the loads. Maybe because the car isn't loading up at all. Because it's so light. And underpowered. Yeah, barely 600 kg with 65 horsepower, no forces. That's probably it. Like, that's why I map buttons. Look at this, like I'm going up the. I think the highest I've ever set a car on force feedback was like 105%. I've never gone up to like 150. just so I can feel something. Did James ever have this car in his Mod Fan series? He might have. Go flat out. Nope. Nope, nope, nope. There's a car behind me. James got into the Alta V, that's why the main channel of GNS car is Church of Alta. Ah, that's why it's Alta. Ah, yeah, that makes sense now. Yeah, that's the thing with like these slow underpower cars. Like anyone can drive them, but it's still like if you're a quick driver, you will be that bit quicker in them, you know. So there's still, you have to be a skilled driver to drive these quick. You have to understand how to keep up momentum and stuff. So black cut tubing on the rear wheels on these things in Japan for drifting. Ooh. I don't exactly know what slot cut out tubing on the rear wheels means. Wait, oh, they like the tubing that keeps the wheels the shape? So that they can drift them, is it? Japanese people are mad. That's all I can say. Just love doing mad things. Try drifting. Does the handbrake work? Oh, it does. Oh, tray drifting. Sorry, not try. He means, oh. Get up. Handbrake turn for druids. Let's go. Not successful. Tubing used in aquariums cut out to put on the rear wheels. What? Out of aquariums? You wanna try Mario, mate? That's the total opposite of this. Yeah, sure. Give me a sec, I wanna send it to me there. Soul weather, no. Wait, why do I have the old soul weather? Where's the new? No? There it is. Rain. Heavy rain. Oh, no rain on the windshield. This is a terrible mod. No rain on the windshield. What's going on here? Oh, they've all gone into the pits. Yeah, surprise stream. I was just doing an AMS2 race just before this in Steelcast series. I'm gonna try and do that every Sunday. Hopefully, if I'm around. The ones I'm around anyway. Next week it'd be Monza 10K, the 10K layout with the Formula vintage cars, which are like the 60s, late 60s F1, so which will be good. Done Chad in the house. I hate you guys so much. Oh, this. Oh, well, there is puddles on track. But does that actually affect the. I don't think it affects the driving. Do I need to put on like the specific rain tires for it to affect the driving? Or no, I think there was a setting I meant to enable in Content Manager, but I never figured that out. How to get the rain physics going. And it might only work with certain cars. Oh, look at that. Made this mod because Kunos made such a bad S3 version of Sky so faster and still drive better. Okay. Done Nords before, that was fun. Okay, I'll take it to Nords. I'll make it practice though. I'll load up quicker. Yeah, I was just testing something, Fiat Alto on AC that Fred had sent me, or not Fred, sorry, Izzy had taught me to drive. It's easy to mistake Fred and Izzy. They both berate me. James. Oh, my Assetto Corsa folder is 564 gigs in size. There we go. That's the number. Yeah. So that's half my SSD. I am not putting it on my SSD. That's too big. Oh, the Lamborghini Gallardo. Sol config looks like DOS. Do you have an older version of Sol or something? They made a newer layout a few months ago. And that newer weather planner thing is really nice looking. I like it a lot. Okay, so where do I find this car? It's a Lamborghini. Gallardo SL. It's that tree. Which car is it? Did you overwrite a regular one? No, it's probably this one. Step 4, is it? SL S4. Yeah, it's probably that one. Stage 4. I don't know what these stages mean. Is that just like a stage of development or something? Like Mark 1, Mark 2, Mark 3 and things like that. Version 1, version 2. Oh, Endurance Cup. A little foggy. I really like I was racing with Donk earlier today and made a foggy setting when we were at Monza on AMS2 and it looked so cool. Your AC folder is only 107 gig, but that's you trying to be careful what I saw, so it's still huge. Yeah, whereas I was the opposite. I'm like, I want to throw everything on there so I don't forget those, because I'll forget them if I don't see them in the cars list. So I want everything on there so I can, like, when I look at the card list, I'm like, oh yes, I forgot about this one. Not quite. Oh, switch. Most of it is from SRS here. Ah, yeah. Skins after that. Those are. No, I want to keep them. I want to remember them. Tiki Icebrow Race. Eh. Yeah, it's. I suppose that's because it's on the hard drive. It's also because like I had reset all the. I think I reset all my CSP shaders, those, you know, the VAO stuff and that. I think it was downloading them for the first time, so it might be quicker next time. Pins already push the restart button. Oh, I need a switch. I'm on I have a stick set for my sequential at the moment. Buttons, gear up. Alright, let's see if this is quicker now. Huge wang! Dodo quicker. Oh, turn off damage as well. Alright. Don't think it does. I will drive. We'll drive. Okay, I'll go back to the pits for a sec. Oh, the turbo is 100%. Okay. Okay. That was 2019, you can't remember. I'll just be quick on the... I think going foggy was a bit of a bad idea. I've driven the Formula 70s, the Ferrari 312, where I had up the engine limiter, so I could damage the engine if I didn't gear up in time. So, ooh. Okay, yeah, I will. I'll turn off damage. I am definitely going to crash. Damage 0. Right. During the war. Yeah. During the pre-COVID. Do you remember that? Do you remember that time? Oh, I forgot to change the weather. I'll do that. In the... There's the deep, I don't remember what I did. Oh, right, so not going on mediums, okay. Alright, I'll just leave it as default. Oh, wrong one. Let's go. Just drive. Sorry for boring you. This thing is twitchy. Yes, the colors on that Ferris wheel. And it revolves, which is pretty cool. That's the thing about in AMS2, like Suzuka. Long Beach. None of the stuff, none of those fairground rides move. Just very immersion breaking. Oh my god. Come on, catch it. I took my eye off the road for a second there. Oh my god. Don't put too much power down. Yeah, I'm learning that. Oh yeah, the boost is at 100. There is boost. Don't gear down too early. Or blip, maybe. Even if it has auto blip. Whew. Like doing a rally. So, what was the thinking behind this, man? Yes, Izzy, what was the thinking? Oh! I Mark Webbered it. Needs more. Too much front wang, not enough. Not enough front wang. In what way is the Kunos S3 version worse? The airplane wing you have on the back is working just fine. Yep, because it's an airplane wing. And not a bloody inverted wing. I'm not sure, Izzy, I think I want to driven Lambo GT3. Oh! This thing gets very quick. Oh, the section, that kind of long, flat out section, a few turns before the what are they called? I know in my head, but that section would be tough. What are those bank turns called on this track? Begins with a K. Gone completely out of my head. I'll be really annoyed now when you tell me what it is. It's bloody famous corner, not YouTube corner. That's only famous because it's at YouTube. Carousel, that's the bloody word. Couldn't remember it. Yeah, but that kind of flat out bit a little bit before the carousel. It's gonna be a bit tough in this. Curbs. Well, the whole track bloody has big curbs, so that's not too useful. Oh jeez, that's an orange mountain of trees. Love the autumn setting in games with different coloured trees. It does turn pretty quick. Nearly like driving that Red Bull imaginary car, the X whatever it's called. Oh, this was the section I was on about, and I've already been done. Right, let's keep the momentum and go straight. Orange shell just like Holland. Yeah, I knew I was going to die in that corner, especially. Jesus. I think if in doubt, flat out is a very bad idea with this car. Here we go. To the famous corner I could not remember. I can't remember, I forgot the car's name. Carousel. You know, lost it. Thought I had recovered it and then gone. Still much quicker than what a Fiat Alto, even with all my spins, I'm much quicker than what a Suzuki Alto would do here. Oh no, man. Jesus. Oh, damage to 100, I drive better. Yep. Because what I'll do is damage the engine so the car will be moving at a crawl. And then it'll be very easy. Like in Dirt Rally when you, the engine gets damaged. Oh, but the suspension and that is all fine. So the car is just underpowered and slow. So then less crashes happen. Although the engine gets worse. Oh my god, what are the pressures at? I imagine Hogger these here we did it. Yeah, that's nuts. And look at this, like the bloody pressures are going like lunatics because of the spins. No wonder I'm losing it so much. Oh, I was slow there, and the rear just came out. Took the tires, yeah. And that right rear is begging for mercy. The rest of them are kind of okay though. Even the left rear is okay. Get it back. Yeah. Spins just cause more spins because the tires get screwed by the first spin. Then it's a Fonya Fee. Vicious circuit. Fonya meaning ring in Irish, so it's a vicious ring. Let's see the top speed of this baby. We'll see it soon. If I can keep it on the road for the long straight. Here we go. Oh, I was already at the section. Jesus, I got through that back section really quick, even with the spins. Oh my god. Oh. What did I get to there? Like, I was like at 4. I think I was at 480 or something. The rear tires started cooking as I was driving, I think. Alright, I'm gonna take this to, let's take it to, Le Mans 60s. Circuit de la Sarthe. Lemons. Oh, I did select the track. I'll try the S3 version in a minute. I just want to try this La Grande Circuit 1967. Yeah, everything was on. I'm pretty sure. Hey, a great picture from a few weeks ago. And straight through Indianapolis. Oh yeah, I need to change the weather again. Yeah, TC was on. Alright. Max out gear ratio. I don't think. Was there anything I could do with it? No. Gearbox fixed. It says Word 6. Suppose you could raise the tire pressures to try and reduce rolling resistance, but it's so twitchy. Alright, here we go. Ah, 490! Boo, it doesn't get to 500. I love how, like, it gets to 490 straight, like, so easily. And it's no worry for it at all. Like, most cars, it takes them a little while to get to Tassie. Oh, it's so twitchy. Rear tire pressures get so high. Oh, heartbreak. Oh, is it 300 miles an hour? If I'm in period, yeah, that makes sense. Would have been nice if it hit the 500k though. For us, sensible people. Let's take the turn. Can I take the turn? Ooh! I survived! Yeah, it's a mod Izzy made. Yeah, I'm not surprised. Oh my god, that is so quick! Holy cow. Comparing that to the Cobra, the Shelby Cobra the last day, it's so quick! Look at it go! No, I didn't try to make Indianapolis. I meant to go off like that. I was trying to get as much air as I could. I actually thought I would have got way more air. Oh, you can see me. Oh, you can see how twitchy it got. Just about held it together. That is so quick. Alright, try out the S3 Nords. Better. Broken Clouds. It's a solid one. Nords. Bullet Train Road version. Yep. Yeah, it's the Kunos. I noticed because I had the cat in the top left corner on the picture. Oh, you went to seen it because I wasn't showing it, but I had seen it. I don't really drive road cars a lot in the games. I tend to prefer the kind of the race car versions. Kind of hate driving on non-slick tires. I want grip. Ah, look at this pitiful 359 kilometers. Turn up the turbo. Road cars tend to suck, yeah. Like, let's say the McLaren, you know, the GT1. There's the on AMS2. There's the GT1 version, and then there's the road car version. I bloody hate the road car version because of how slidey and uncontrollable it is. I should try it out more, but no huge round fake car. Bloody no brakes. Oh my god. I had touched the grass there as well. So that one was on me. Understeer, no brakes. Good job, goodness. But is that what like road cars are like? Is the thing of these stuff, like no brakes is a killer. It actually does not brake. Oh, turn! Oh my! Where are my tire pressures? Oh, well, no wonder. I let the tire pressures cool off a little bit. No wonder I can't turn. Oh, this is the 1,000 horsepower modified car. Oh, wow. Imagine if the family sedan had the grip. Jeez. Oh, that would be the dream. Although, I suppose the tire, they would only have grip like a GT3 car for an hour or two, and then they'd have worse grip than an actual sedan once the tires go off. Anyway, Danny, that's kind of why I made a fast mod to make the point. Ah, yeah. Oh, it looks like things are overpressured anyway. I'm gonna throw them down a bit. Down like 5 or 6. Go down 5 each side. 5 everywhere. Oh yeah, they even start at high. People would be racing to the massacres. Still, absolute. The braking is just. I suppose it doesn't have. I'm guessing it doesn't have race car brakes in it, even if it is modified. Ooh, it does not. Or maybe it's because the tires aren't slicks. They just don't generate the grip when braking. The tire widget. Oh yeah, this is the Pro Tires app. I can't. Oh, I'll stop there. So that's showing the pressure. The plus 0.4 means it's currently 0.4 away from the ideal. I'll get here's the regular tire pressure. So, you know, if that's like saying plus 2, that means I'm 2 psi above the ideal psi for these tires. And as you know, with AC, it's like ACC. Tires are best at from my understanding with AC anyway, tires are best at the ideal pressure. So you always want to have that delta basically less than 1, plus or minus 1 basically most of the time. Just the temperatures at the different sections. These lines in here, that's the life of that tire. So as that tire wears out, it will go down. This is the kind of bar shows the general life of all the tires. And if you see, there's this little line here. I don't know if you can see it. It's might be really hard to see. There's a little line here saying the max grip is at this section. So that's like really good grip. Then from the green to the yellow line, that's when it's like decent. It's still really good grip. Then yellow to red, there's a drop off, and then red here, there's like loads of drop off. SM is the kind of, it's semi slicks or semi, I don't know, laps, the number of laps I've done on it, which is handy, especially some SRS races, because the thing is timed. It doesn't keep track of how many laps I did on these tires. And I remember doing an hour-long F1 race where I found out the best way was to pit every pit twice and split it up to 12 laps, so it was handy of telling. Oh, it's behind. Sorry. Yeah. My bad. Whoops. I'm a noob streamer. I'll go back and explain that in a sec. So, but yeah, the laps here show the number of laps. So that was the PSI. That's your delta. So they're currently underinflated because I'm not. They're 4 psi from ideal, you know. These green bars show the life of that individual tire, but this kind of big green bar shows overall what your levels of grip are for all the tires together. This little line here, so when the bar is between the top and this little line, it means you've like max grip. Then here to this yellow line is like it's still really high grip. Yellow to this red, a lot. You'll notice the grip fall off there, and then red to the bottom. It's no grip, just violent nod. This green button can change the size of it. I like to have it on the max size though. I can never get this one to work. I don't know why. And this information button kind of gives the ideal temps, and it gives a range of when you will get to these points, but often that isn't calibrated. You need to do nearly a full run on the tires to properly calibrate. For some cars it is calibrated, maybe not for the some mods and stuff. Full size screen. Yep. The one thing I find interesting is it shows the main temp, but the actual default tires app here actually shows the outside, middle, and inside temps. So if you are into doing things like camber and toe, that actually would be useful, but I often rarely do. So Yeah, it's a little quicker for telling. Like the default tires app, it doesn't show that, you know, oh, you're -3 off the ideal, but it'll just show blue for the PSI if you're below, too much below. So you kind of have to gauge when it will become that ideal green, whereas this one will kind of just give you a number, which is quicker, basically. In the end, like I used the default tires app for at least 2 years, fine, before switching to Pro tires. I kind of prefer how Pro tires looks as well. It's a little nicer looking. Tires are kind of bigger. There's less like empty space on it. Alright, see you, T1. Potato! Oh, Jesus. Yeah, this car sucks. Alright, I'll take Izzy's mod to Monza Classic and then I'll probably finish up after that. Just want to see what it's around the banked oval. Then, oh, I forgot I had that. Monza. Hey, Fred. Yeah. I mean, no, he's not my papa. Damn it. Well, I don't know if it's shoddily made, because if it's like the real thing, then it's not exactly shoddily made. Certainly not a car I would choose to drive. Then admit it, I was tricked. I was saying I crash like James, but that I wasn't saying yes to the Papa part. I thought he was saying it like a Papa John's or something, basically. Took me a few seconds to realize what he meant by Papa. I'm tired. It was the Lamborghini SL Step 3 by Kunos. And Izzy made a mod called the Step 4, which is like stupid quick, but at least it can brake. Because the S3 one by Kunos can't brake. Yeah, and it doesn't have great steer. So this is the one made by Izzy. Managed to hit 490 kilometers an hour at the Le Mans 67. Can't brake, can't turn, can't do anything. Yeah, it's not great. Ooh. Fitted I should brakes the Lambo Heresy. Oh my god, look at those pressures. Entire temps. Didn't know. Pressures. I'm pretty sure those tires would just actually pop like a balloon at those pressures. I mean, you see how much the car lifted there when I braked. It goes boom. All the weight shifted to the back. It just lifts straight away the front when I hit the brake. trees are very pretty. It's almost like high speed and Novas don't mix. Yeah! Who would have guessed? I'm not brave enough to take a scary flat. Pepsi Cola. They have cool signs as well, like the AMS2 one. Different signs, but nice and big. They got actual real brands. Coca-Cola, like. None of this fasters crap and things like that. Maybe spin like that. The pressures were the least of, yeah. And that when you turn on bubble wrap mode though. Bubble wrap mode being 0% damage. Oh, it's just spinning now. Can't beat a nice cold pint of fastest. I want to have a can of fastest now. Carries whiskey coming to AMS2 near you. Well, I won't punch you if you refuse to drink it like McGregor did once to like a 50-year-old man. What a jackass. Does this have hard tires? Can't remember if we put them on. Looked like it would. Yep, that's hard. Gary's a cool whiskey name. There's too many things called Mac something anyway in Ireland. Sure. Oh, I saved it and lost it. Oh, I kind of wanna take the Sauber to Monza again. For the American market, they're not any better. Yeah, that is true. A lot of Americans will buy anything if they think there's a bit of Irishness in it. Being said, a lot of Irish people buy anything from America if they think it's anything to do with America. So it goes both ways. I've never tried it. Sure, it's like stupidly expensive. Oh, look at it! Really twitching on the straight. Like, I'm trying to keep it straight. Man, you're 100% FFB with a DD wheel with this car. No arms after that. Like, I'm driving a Trustmaster T300 with like 65% power in the Trustmaster settings, and it's not like 100% on the AC as well. I'm pretty sure it's like 70%. My problem's keeping myself straight. Hey. Although, it's not really an insult. Nothing wrong with it. I want to try out that Sauber again now. I keep getting caught onto a new combo. Stupid DD wheel trying to quick someone contact JP. Yeah. I suppose, like, if you do get a DD wheel, you might as well try it, but I don't really watch those videos. I don't find them interesting at all. Thanks for agreeing to torture us. It's no problem. I'm just curious to... once I heard you actually made a mod, I was like, oh, even if it was quick changes. It's not great. Yes, will agree. Group C, baby. Heavy fog. Much better mods, but Toski, since I've never finished any. Ah, yeah. First thing about making a mod for driving sim, but mine would probably be a clown car. Be a McDonald's car with it. Colored red and yellow. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. I'm loving it. I jest. Do I still have my setup from earlier? Yep. You said something about stiffening up the springs. Stop some of that. How soft I want to go. Or stiff. Go 180. Where's max? 200. There we go. Max stiffness. Oh, there's no fast dampers. I'm gonna reduce the camber. Like 1.5 and 0.7. Oh. Also, the physics just. I don't. Ooh. Now I can change the dunny into clown car. Why not? You know, screw you, Doc. Ah, still scraping. But not as much. Yeah, it's not scraping as much. Nowhere near as much. And sours so quick, like. Oh, I'm slightly slower. Wasn't I in the 30s? Oh no, that was once I get to the front straight. We'll see if I can take the corner flat out. Perfect grande. In the front, or the trunk. Don't think Don could fit in the trunk of a clown car. I am slower. I wonder if that's the time of day or something. Third, no! Got that wrong. Maybe tied to the roof. Like he's a roadkill or something. Scary, slight lift, I didn't need to do it though. Ah, broke way too early. Saw the 300 board and I panicked thinking it was like a 200 board for some reason. And I wish they had a few more Group C cars than this. Just such a cool class of car to drive. It's just stupid, like, how nuts it is. Basically, I want the Mazda 787B with its rotary engine. Sure, I could have upped the pressures of these tires actually, but I got a bit more speed, I'd say. Don't turn in too early. Keep it. You know what? Actually, stiffening the suspension has made it a bit easier to drive on the zero aero setup. Yeah, it has. I'm guessing it's like less, moving a bit less under when lifting or something, and maybe it doesn't upset the ground effect. No, it's a good bit slower than 490. It's amateur stuff, this. Still, at least this car has brakes and can turn in. Or hitting the bumps. Oh no, it's... You can hear it scraping here on the oval. When we were racing with... When I was racing with Don earlier this morning, it was scraping way more. See, you can hear that scrape. So I have maxed out the ride height in that, but I hadn't... Like, I'll switch to default now in a sec just to show you how much more it sounds. Go back to default. And it's set up, reset to default. Yeah. Right. Oop. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's... Yeah, that's happening way more. You can definitely, like, you can link it up with RST. Was that Real Sim Tools or something? It's like basically Motec, where you can get the data. There's no, like, this is all the, this is the telemetry HUD here in AMS2. So you could see the bump travel height, but I literally don't know how to read suspensions. I actually don't understand that bump travel and height thing and what I'm meant to be looking for that stuff. I'm terrible with knowing. Oh yeah, but there's no, like, I don't have the AC suspension app. But yeah, there's no, like, external apps. What might be possible though, I haven't looked up, but if you can use SimHub and access the readout from SimHub, you know, it can read the value of the suspension settings, and then you could make an overlay yourself that shows the values. Like, you can see how I have my wheel and pedal app, because if I hide them for a sec, like, the telemetry HUD shows the pedal app, but you can only get it in the telemetry mode, which is really annoying. So you can't get it on, like, the regular HUD, which really annoys me. So it's partly why I made up my input HUD there from SimHub. I want to see it's handy to show off, and if, for me, how I learned to be quicker was watching replays on AC and just opening the pedal app and watching people's breakpoint. Enable dev apps. Wings app is useful too. Oh, right there, the dev apps. Oh. Great for map making. True. Anyway, what time is it? Yeah, it's nearly 11. I'm gonna leave it there and end the stream. But yeah, thanks for hanging out. Had fun in that race, the Steelcast one. I'm gonna look up Just Race. Here, actually, I'll switch open that for a sec. That one. So if you look up justrace.net, you can see they show off the events for quite a few things. Like they've certain games now, but maybe nothing for AC at the moment. Some stuff for AMS1 if you want to ever try that with AMS unofficial. AMS2, don't know if there's much race room, and race room ranked has you kind of covered there. There's actually stuff for R Factor 2, which I don't know how big it is. But yeah, certainly AMS2, because they have AMS unofficial events there, and they're worth trying out. And you can see Steelcast, the next one, Formula Vintage G1 Mark 1, so those like 1966 cars just before wings were put onto them, so like 66, early 67, the first few months of the 67 season. So yeah, I'm gonna register for that myself. So if you want to register, you just press this when you've made an account, you hit that wheel there to register, and then make sure you don't have the game open, and when the lobby starts, it's like SRS, you press this button here and it will launch the game. Yeah, your beta test for Just Right, but I didn't use it enough, so they removed you. Yeah. You can always do some of the races if you're ever interested in. If you're ever interested in getting into AMS, certainly for automobilista, it's good for that. It seems. The guy who runs AMS unofficial also runs Just Race, so see, he's trying to kind of promote the two together, which is not a bad idea. But yeah, thanks for coming in and saying hello, guys. Don, Fred, and Izzy, who are still here, and everyone else like T1, Laws, Page, Mr. Watton, Massive Cheese. I don't know. Oh, there was a guy called David as well, checking out the race. So thanks for all tuning in. Had a lot of fun. Hopefully I'll be racing next week's Steelcast one. Be streaming again tomorrow, doing my usual SRS Monday race, and then Raptors rally afterwards. So until then, I'll see ya. And see ya, Izzy. I am not Mac Tumulty. I don't know how long you're going to keep that up. But I'll see you.